Of course, car making its way up to the top to check that all is well. Trevor Williams is at the wheel of the safety car, and he's happy that everything up to and beyond Moulcombe is okay.
Yeah, you got it. Go on.
Go on, Trevor.
Go on, Trevor. You got it.
Throttle's on the right.
You're all good. Couldn't hear. It's worth a shot, wasn't it?
You might have had 87.7 FM, the official sound of the Festival of Speed, on the car radio.
Yeah, when you drive home, do listen to 87.7 FM for a little bit if you want to hear more of
madness,
of our conversations and nonsense and stuff to do with cars. So Bernie Acclestone, who tried to qualify for the 1958 Monaco Grand Prix, then moved into sort of driver management, then moved into running teams, and then eventually sort of took over control of the commercial rights of Formula One over a period of years.
Yeah, he ran himself, he then ran other people, he then ran a team, he then ran the sport.
Yes.
That's a sort of natural progression.
Didn't quite manage the world.
No.
But wasn't too far off.
Well, you say that.
Yeah.
The 5 eras, the 5 ages of Acclestone are caricatured by the cars on the central feature, the Connaught, the Lotus 72, of course, of his great friend and a man he managed, Jochen Rindt.
There's Nico Rosberg, the reigning world champion, having a chat and some autographs. And I have the great honour, my claim to fame is being the last man to interview Nico Rosberg before he announced his retirement. Went to the Mercedes factory, must have been about, I think we had our retirement about, our interview about 6 o'clock in the evening. Did this big 15-minute interview. I was really pleased with it. Next morning he announced his retirement. And the BBC called me and they said, didn't you interview him like last night? Yeah. And you didn't get the... Oh, no. So they weren't too impressed.
Yeah, it's a secret.
Let's have a look at some social media, shall we, Henry?
Yeah, let's do that. You start.
Okay, this is Ricardo Iglesias, very excited with the event, buying tickets to next year, hugs from Brazil. There we go, so fantastic that Ricardo's going to come over from Brazil, and he's watching Louise Beckett there with the Rolls Royce coming out of her head.
Luke Benjamin Palmer, met my childhood idol at Foz. Yeah, there's Lightning McQueen. Cars 3 comes out soon, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Rich Davies is having an awesome day. And he's managed to get on the track. Oh, that'll be at the track crossing, won't it? So that's a
that's great.
Fantastic shot.
Dad's favourite thing each year, Goodwood Festival of Speed, says Clementine Poppy.
Becky Regalado. I'll try that one again, shall I? Becky Regalado, first time all the way from Chicago, having a great time. And she met Goldberg as well, who's been going up in that beast of a car.
Matthew Dobson, I feel the need. Yeah, that'll be the need for speed, won't it? The need for the Festival of Speed.
Aurélien, when you can't make it to the Festival of Speed, you can watch it from the old computer. Cheers from Belgium.
Oh, well done, Aurélien. That's great. Mrs. Lindsay. Happy birthday, Alan Lindsay.
Happy birthday, Alan.
There are worse places to spend your birthday than here.
I can think of a lot. Toby Davis, probably the best Festival of Speed yet. Such a great day for it. Would you subscribe to that opinion?
Twice.
Will Lander, Goodwood, what a place. He's up on the house there, isn't he?
On the balcony, yeah. Leighton finally got a selfie with Sam Bird Racing at Goodwood Foz. There he is.
I haven't seen Sam all weekend. There's your fact of the day. Pablo, dreams come true, meeting Robert Kubica down there at the Renault stand. So do make your way towards the F1 paddock if you can, because, well, I wouldn't go there now because none of the cars will be there, but a little bit later on you can do. Here's Nico Rosberg, the reigning Formula One world champion, about to climb into his 2014 Mercedes. Pops in his earplugs and he will get in the car. He needs one of the earbuds, doesn't he, in the car as well, that you can listen to the commentary on.
Yes, just saw Nico shaking hands with Peter Vernon-Laws, who, alongside wife Donna, and fellow husband and wife team Alan and Faye Crook, run the start line and have done for years down there. It's a great spot for them to be the last person to sort of hang on to the car before it makes its charge up the avenue.
Yeah, it's a great place to spectate as well, so do make your way down there at some point during the day. Certainly if you like loud noises, then that is going to be a great place to be. And seeing all the cars assembled, the drivers getting in their cars and that kind of thing. You also get it up at the top of the hill as well, and Here was Nico Rosberg coming over to Lord March and saying that's the sort of international driver's sign language for push, 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 which is very, very amusing. So Rosberg's got his helmet on now, that familiar black liveried helmet. He started off with sort of a, well, kind of like his dad Keke, wasn't it? It was sort of white and blue and yellow, but, then switched to, but then it ended up with him and Hamilton both at Mercedes, both wearing yellow helmets. So Hamilton went white and Rosberg went black.
Yep. Now Lewis has gone back to sort of Senna-esque yellow, hasn't he?
Yeah. Lovely, lovely stuff.
So Lord March and our featured guest, Bernie Acclestone, will make a climb of the hill in this lovely little AC. The 1680, and he's going to be followed by a quartet of Brabhams. We're going to have a BT45, a BT46, BT46B. We won't have the 46B. I don't think that's running today. That's the fan car, and the BT48.
No, the fan car isn't running. It's I think they were trying to get Watty to drive it at one point, but it had an electrical problem yesterday, didn't it? Halfway up its run, it was an electrical problem, so that pulled the car over.
That's right.
And and it's out of fuel as well, so they would have had to put some more fuel in it too.
Yeah, so Watty, who raced for Brabham, didn't he, in 77 and 78, led a couple of races in 77. And but never managed to win one for Brabham.
Was it for Brabham he took pole in Monaco in 77? Or was that a little bit earlier?
He finished second at Monaco in 78.
He certainly had a pole position because he tells me it all the time.
Does he?
Yeah. So yeah, definitely had a pole. But anyway, it is what it is. There we can see inside the cockpit of these wonderful machines. But as you say, we will be having these cars out in a couple of moments' time, just as soon as that Mercedes is fired up, most likely. And then we'll have our wonderful parade of Formula 1 cars. We've still got the hill climb to come as well later on, which is just going to be fantastic. A real, well, just a sprint up the hill against the clock, true competition.
Stan Collins, isn't it, with the stick-on ears. Let's read out some more of your tweets that have been coming in thick and fast. Graham Brown, thank you, Nico. Thank you, Foz Goodwood. Cheers. Cheers indeed.
Benjamin Moore at the Festival of Speed with these two waiting for the Land Rover experience. Yeah, I mean, you can do a Land Rover experience, you can do a Jaguar experience as well, that even Stefano Telli was saying he's been out at.
Keith Burrs having a cracking day so far. Look at the views from up the top of the hill there.
Wow. Helen Rippon, how lucky that I'm at Goodwood while in the market for a new car.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah, indeed. If she wants that, is that an Aventador? This is a Lamborghini of some kind.
Yeah, brilliantly bonkers Baja Bug at Goodwood Foz, a real-life recreation of a Tamiya radio-controlled car. Superb. Tom Gregory, that's great. I think we are
almost there.
Almost set to go. There is our event host, Lord March, with Bernie Acclestone, whose extraordinary time at the helm of Formula 1 is being celebrated this weekend. We've been saying, haven't we, all weekend, it took Formula 1 to extraordinary new levels.
Here we go then. Do give Lord March and Bernie Acclestone a wave as they come past, as they lead this parade up the hill. The first time Bernie Acclestone's been to the Festival of Speed.
Yeah, big round of applause, ladies and gents, for Bernie Acclestone. Did a huge amount for Formula 1 over a 50-year period or more.
And now here comes Nico Rosberg in that 2014. He's going to do some donuts, or just a burnout. Oh, he's going to do some donuts on the grass.
Oh, that's...
Oh, he's making a mess now. Great work, Nico. Fantastic stuff.
Hands up down there if you're now showered in grass cuttings and soil.
So up comes Lord March and Bernie. I think he just sort of overshot the little donut area, didn't he? But I think he's going to try and do this one right here now at Moulcombe in front of us. Here he goes then, Nico Rosberg.
That's the way to do it.
Whoa!
Our commentary box has just been showered with...
Yeah, should have shut the window, shouldn't we?
Come in. Oh, wow.
Fantastic stuff from Nico Rosberg. Henry's nice white shirt is wrecked with mud.
I've got to have a shake. Oh, he's doing it.
Oh, he's almost in the bails. Tremendous stuff from Nico Rosberg on the exit of Moulcombe. Oh, and that Pirelli rubber.
Have a look at Mercedes-AMG Petronas, the official F1 Twitter feed, and see the picture they uploaded yesterday of Valtteri Bottas's rear tyres after one run. That was extraordinary, wasn't it?
Yeah, and Paddy Lowe took a picture as well, his own picture. And he's on the grass again, Nico Rosberg. This is tremendous stuff.
Yes. Coming up, great rallycross cars of our time.
Yes, exactly. Yes. It's fantastic stuff. I suppose that's what happens once you've won the Formula World Championship and retired. You can just muck about.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, exactly. Who's going to tell him off?
It's not my car.
Yeah. So Nico Rosberg up to the top of the hill. Superb stuff from the reigning world champion.
I wonder if he was presented with his World Championship winning car to hang from his bathroom ceiling, like they do. I wonder.
Honestly, the roof of next door is covered in muck and everything, isn't it? And it's all over Henry's program. And there is the 2016 championship winning car, Nico Rosberg's 2016 championship winning car, up there on the monument.
Yeah, and the Ferrari F2004 from Michael Schumacher's dominant season.
So as they arrive at the top paddock, do give them a round of applause. Do give a round of applause for Nico Rosberg as well. Is he going to try and do some donuts here? It's a little tight up there, isn't it? Oh, he's going for it. Yes, Nico. Had to get out of it, I think, because it is quite tight up there. Now, there he is again. He was telling Lord March to push because he knew what he was about to do.
And, of course, Lord March beat him to the top. 1-0 to the boss.
Well, 1-1, I think, after this. Fantastic stuff from Nico Rosberg.
We might see a replay of us getting covered in muck down at Moulcombe.
So great to see so many fans on their feet, waving and applauding.
Yeah, here we go. Look, watch all that goes up.
There, that was it.
That's it. That's where we got covered.
All over our faces. He just didn't care, did he? That was phenomenal. He even went on the grass to make sure he got all the mud and grass.
Do you think that someone from the team forgot to say, "Oh, don't go off-road, mate"?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he had to be told that before every Grand Prix in the past.
Don't go off-road.
So here come Bernie and Lord March back down the hill. Do give them a round of applause and a wave. An incredible legacy of Bernie Acclestone being celebrated here at the Goodwood Festival of Speed as he makes his way back down the hill now.
Just huge crowds all the way along.
Yeah, fantastic attendance. Thank you all so much.
Sort of 8 or 10 deep all the way along. And more, actually, up at Moulcombe, on the outside of Moulcombe, on the way up to the Flint Wall.
Thank you so much for coming along and spending your weekend here with us as Lord March now returns to the house. And back to all those folks who they left a couple of moments ago as he now swings back around. What a fantastic day.
Bernie will emerge onto the balcony of Goodwood House in a moment and will be interviewed by Mark Webber, Grand Prix winner, World Endurance Champion. Raced in Formula 1 for Minardi, for Jaguar, for Williams, and of course for Red Bull. Joined Porsche, didn't he, to tackle the World Endurance Championship. Won the championship in 2005. Big throng of photographers there.
just to give you all a little bit of a quick message. We can't fit everybody in the balcony, so all the
Bernie Acclestone and Chase Carey having a conversation.
The rest you'll get a much better view down here. Stay down here. We're going to do a little celebration of Bernie up on the balcony. So family, friends, and Brabham and world champions on the balcony, please. Okay. We'll just let Nico come in and then we'll go up.
So I don't think
fan car. Fan car's just gone past the window. Fantastic.
They weren't planning on running. I was talking to the guys who were running it earlier, and they weren't planning on running it. But anyway, there it is.
Oh, there it is. Oh, look at that. Absolutely magnificent. The BT46B that won the Swedish Grand Prix at Anderstorp in 1978 in the hands of Niki Lauda. Bernie Acclestone, who ran the team at the time, withdrew the car after that win because it was so controversial. In true style, he had an eye for what was going on in the background, and before the car was protested and banned, he withdrew it for sporting reasons. He had his eye on the bigger prize.
Yeah,
eventually. It wasn't many years later that he took over control.
And once again, what he insisted earlier on, that the story of it throwing stuff into people's faces, he said, was absolutely untrue. But look at this great selection of cars.
Oh, I hope you've got your cameras running, folks. Yeah. There's a cavalcade of Grand Prix machines, many of them involved in Bernie's tenure of Formula One. FW06 there. Lotus Renault 97T coming through Malcolm. There's the Renault RE40. Scuderia Italia Dallara Ferrari. There it is on screen.
Makes a fantastic noise, that car.
Lotus 49, Williams FW06B, Brabham BT49, Pirro in the 06B, isn't it? Marc Genet in the 2009 Ferrari. Robert Kubica in the Renault. Pierre Gasly in the Red Bull RB7.
Non-stop. There is Robert Kubica making his way up the hill, followed by Pierre Gasly, as you say, Henry. A couple more cars still to come behind that. We've got the Toyota making its way up the hill, 2004. Onto the brakes, into the left-hander at Malcolm.
The sound of that bouncing off the trees is so good.
Can you imagine being at Monza or Hockenheim or something out in the trees that year? And the Benetton coming through, the Michael Schumacher Benetton. And then here at the back of the pack, Ayrton Senna's 1991 World Championship winning McLaren, as this 2004 Toyota completes its run on the hill. And the checker flag falls.
Doesn't give us much chance to talk about every single car, but
no.
I quite like them coming like that.
Yeah. It's
just
cool, isn't it?
Frenetic, isn't it? And brilliant.
Really, really cool. There is the Schumacher Benetton from 1993. The car he was teammates with Martin Brundle that year.
That's a 93 car, isn't it? So it was,
yes,
he was with Brundle in 92.
Yes, my apologies.
Riccardo Patrese in 93. That's right.
Sorry, everybody. And that was the year his rear wing flew off, didn't it, down at turn 1 in Hungary, I think. And spinning off into the gravel trap. Look at that selection of cars. Gordon Shedden there on the right-hand side. It's quite rare that Jackie Stewart can go up a hill at Goodwood, and it kind of gets a bit overlooked.
Yeah, amazing, isn't it? It's great that the fan car came out, BT46B.
Yeah.
A unique car. I mean, it really is. Just the one Grand Prix, and it won it. Crazy.
So here now is the balcony up at the top. Lord March there on the right-hand side. As everybody now has climbed the stairs and is making their way towards the top of the balcony. There is Mark Webber talking with Bernie Acclestone.
Do you think Bernie's first question to Mark was, what are you going to ask me?
Yeah, exactly. There is John Watson coming out with his sister Heather. And well, I was then going to give a list of the people coming out, but no one wants to follow Watty. What a line. There's Peter Sauber.
Peter Sauber, Jackie Oliver behind him. Grand Prix driver, Can-Am champion, and Arrows team owner, of course, for many years.
Peter Sauber, who has now relinquished his control, hasn't he, over the Sauber team, and Manisha Kaltenborn,
she's gone
leaving
too.
the team as well. So in a state of flux, that team. But how nice it was to see that car of Carl Wendlinger going up the hill from 1995 as everybody makes their way down towards the bottom and standing underneath to wait to hear from Bernie, talking to Mark Webber. Herbie Blash there on the left-hand side.
Great crowd down on the lawn in front of the house.
Yeah. You think there's loads of people up on the, next to the hill climb, but then it's very different.
Well, afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. What an event again Lord March and his team have put on. 2017 Festival of Speed. I think fully imported weather from Australia, so we brought that over as well, and it's just so happy that everyone's had a brilliant weekend. But what an absolute honour. 5 ages of Bernie Acclestone. I think Lord March has put together an incredible array of cars, and the whole experience of what this man beside me here, Bernie Acclestone, brought to our sport is Formula One, and also for fans around the world for so many decades. So, Bernie, a quick few words. I know you love doing these interviews, so go easy on me. Give me a chance. But it must be very, very touching to see these cars and the whole display here in the UK and what Lord March has done for you.
Yeah, what I'm touched with is what Lord March has done. It's quite incredible. And it just shows you his attention to detail with everything, which everyone must have appreciated what they've seen. But more important to all of that is the way he's fixed the weather.
He's fixed the weather. Well, we couldn't always fix that, mate, could we? But I think for the people here, it's nice to get an understanding of your first real love for motorsport. How did you get into it? Where did it all start? Your first motorsport memory?
I started racing motorcycles. So it went from there, really. Then I got an upgrade, turned into cars.
Brands Hatch, I hear, on the opposite direction when Brands Hatch was a dirt track.
Yeah, I used to race on the grass there with John Surtees. So it was different times.
And you also tried to qualify for an F1 race, is that right? 50-80 Monaco?
Yep, exactly. I haven't missed a Monaco.
But I think that the wallet got in the way. You made so much money so fast that it stopped the stopwatch, right? So you had to go to the other side of the pit wall. So how did you get from the cockpit to the other side of the pit wall so quickly?
Really, I used to look after a couple of drivers. And sort of, then I bought the team, Brabham, and that happened. We ought to get that back together again, actually. And then from there, the team sort of suggested that maybe I should try and look after things a little bit for them commercially.
Well, you certainly did a pretty good job of that, didn't you? You got the commercial bit right. In terms of the team, do you miss, that must have been a huge highlight, right? Running your own team, was that something that you missed? Was that a huge highlight in your career?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's something where you know whether you've succeeded or not Sunday afternoon. Whereas, when you're dealing the commercial side, you have to wait a little bit longer.
Which driver was the biggest pain in the arse?
Whether what?
Which driver was a pain in the arse?
I don't remember that.
I like him. He always looks after the drivers, which is sensational. He always has done and always will do. So, wow, well, that's incredible. In terms of getting the band back together, you just touched on that. Are we going to see, I mean, you can run some teams again, right? We can get Acclestone Racing or get a team back. We've got all the guys here. The guys are ready to go. They're down here. I mean, we can get to Melbourne next year with a few teams, can't we?
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I can lean. I can lean up again. I can try and get in. As long as they lift the weight limit up, I think we'll give it a go. But
yeah, because you'd be like the old days, the old type drivers.
That's right, mate. It was good old days. And in terms of, I'm interested to know who was the hardest person to do business with in your career? Because you did a bit of business over the years. So who was the hardest person that you thought, I need to really have had a good night's sleep to deal with?
No, I think everyone's been very nice and easy to deal with, to be honest with. They're very generous people and no dramas.
Yeah. They always cooperate with Mr. E. I remember I rang him up in 1999 and I was trying to get a seat in Formula One. I'm trying to get myself going, and I rang the office and his PA said, well, definitely, he'll ring you back. And I thought, yeah, that'll never happen. Sure enough, half an hour later, he did ring me back. Very, very short sentence. And he said, Mark, you might not get to Formula One because sometimes life's just not fair. It was a very motivational chat on the phone, but it sort of lifted me and, we got there in the end, didn't we, mate? It was incredible, and he gave me great support, I must say. After that, it was absolutely sensational, as you have done for so many drivers over the years. But your favourite driver, Nicky Lauda was here yesterday. You've done some incredible... The management days must have been a buzz for you too, right?
No, he was okay. I mean, the same sort of problem I had with him is what we had with him yesterday. The start money to be here. So, no, he had to disappear, unfortunately.
Always overpaid, I suppose, wasn't he? And in terms of the old footage, I think we saw, the end Senna film, which really made that Senna film come alive with that great footage and archive, which you kindly released to run such an incredible movie on a true legend of our sport. All of that footage and archive that you've owned in the past, has that been sold on as part of the deal, or have we still got that we can have a boys' night at home and we can watch it, all those onboard cameras, or it's gone?
That's all gone. No, it's not all gone. It's all there. It's gone as far as I don't control it, so... As far as I'm concerned, it's gone. Okay. Well, Bernie, it's been absolutely an honour to have you here. I think Lord March and the whole team have put a tremendous amount of effort in, and that shows the respect that the motorsport community have for you, all of your cars, the fan car through all the generations of the Brabhams. What you have done is a colossal impact for motorsport over the years, and it's a great thank you for us. So thank you very much.
Hold it for me. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we should all raise our glasses to Bernie. Hey, to Bernie. Thank you very much for coming with us this weekend. It's been great having you here. Thank you very much.
Take it easy. And we normally say see you in the next Grand Prix, but we're not saying that. We're going to go straight to the bar, so all the best. Take it easy.